All right, so the first thing we're going to do is find the slope. We already know the slope is 3, but let's use the slope formula. I'm always subtracting. And let's do the same thing over here. Slope equals. Who remembers? What do I subtract on top? Do I subtract the x's on top or subtract the y's on top?
So y.
Good. All right, so I subtract the two y values on top and the two x values on the bottom. -5 and -2 on top, -3 and -2 on the bottom.
Teacher,
Yes.
one question.
Yes.
So the slope is y-intercept?
No, yesterday you knew the slope and you just had to find the y-intercept. Today you have to find both. Find the slope, then find the y-intercept.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sure. All right, so let's do the same thing over here. 3 and -3 on top, and 0 and 5 on the bottom. Again, use a calculator if you need to. -5 minus -2 is -3. -3 minus -2 is -1. -3 divided by -1 is 3. All right. 3 minus -3 is 6. 0 minus 5 is -5. So there is my slope. All right. Now let's find the y-intercept. Hold on. Okay, so now I want to set up y equals mx plus b. All right. And the slope is always my m. This is my m. 6 divided by -5 is -1.2. We're not going to use decimals. All right, if it's a decimal, we're going to leave it as a fraction. All right, but if it comes out nice, we don't need to keep a fraction. Now we have more information than we need now. I have 2 points, so I have to decide. Naturally, do you want to use these two numbers, the -2 and the -2, or do you want to use the -3 and the -5?
I don't know.
Pick one. How about Yuri? Which one do you want to use? The 2s or the 3 and the 5?
Three.
All right, so let's use this point. It doesn't matter which one we pick, Ashley. I can pick these ones or these ones, but let's go with these two. Here's x and here's y. So -5 is the y. 3 is my m. -3 is my x. And I'm going to bring down plus b. Okay. So let's set up the same thing over here, all right? Jesus, what do you want to pick? The 5 and the -3 or the 0 and the 3? Do you care?
Me.
All right, you tell me which one.
-3.
And 5? Okay. So let's use these two. All right. So -3 is my y. This fraction is my m. And 5 is my x. And b is what I'm trying to find. So y equals, that comes down. Then I multiply m times x. 3 times -3, -9. Plus b comes down. Let's do the same thing here. I bring down the -3 and the equals. These cancel, really. That becomes a -1. 6 divided by -1 is -6. All right. Omar, what's my last step on number 1?
What parameter?
What's my last step over here? How do I finish this one up?
Plus 9, plus
Good.
9.
Beautiful. Thank you. Plus 9, plus 9. So I get 4 equals B.
Equal. Yeah.
And then we put it all together. Y equals 3x plus 4. And that's what we said over here. Okay. All right, let's do the same thing on this one. Let's add 6.
-9?
Well, it would be if it was -3 plus -6, but it's going to be -3 plus +6. So that's +3.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry.
That's okay. No, I appreciate you speaking up. I always like when students want to help. All right. And by the way, you don't need to keep the negative on the bottom. You can always move the negative on top. It's up to you. It's the same thing. This is a lot of steps, so let's do one more time. Does anybody want me to wait?
No, Mister, go ahead.
Okay. All right, let's do 2 more examples. All right, so the first thing we do is find the slope. Slope equals, we're always going to be subtracting. Slope equals, and we subtract the y's on top and the x's on the bottom. 2 and -3. On the bottom, -3 and 0. Let's do the same thing over here. 2 minus 5 on top. 0 minus -3 on the bottom. Again, use a calculator if you need to. This is going to be +5 on top, -3 on the bottom. When I divide, 5 divided by -3, I get -1.6666. So I'm going to just keep the fraction. This one, I'm going to get -3 on top, +3 on the bottom. When I divide, -3 divided by +3, I get a nice answer. So I'm going to use the nice answer. All right, now y equals mx plus b. And I hope you guys are writing this down while we do this. All right, Shibley, do you want to use 0 and -3, or do you want to use -3 and 2 for our point?
-3 into 2.
Okay, so we'll use this for x and this for y. So 2 equals, and the slope is m. So 5 over -3 times -3 plus b. And Amir, how about on number 4? Do you want to use the -3 and the 5 or the 0 and the 2?
0 and the 2.
Okay. X, y. So 2 is my y. -1. My slope is what the m stands for. X is 0. And b is what I'm trying to find. So 2 equals, these cancel. I just get 5. I'll over here, 2 equals anything times 0 is 0. We're almost done. Minus 5, minus 5. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. B is negative 3. My final equation is y equals negative 5/3 x minus 3. Over here, my b is just going to be 2, right? B is 2. Y equals negative 1x plus 2. All right, if you were not writing this down, maybe you can take a picture of it. And I want to have you try one of these and turn it in today for classwork. Now,